Good morning, good night, good afternoon. Thank you all for tuning back in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the little bit of shout outs I'm getting on social media, especially Facebook. I appreciate everybody listening. So I am beginning a new chapter in my life with vlogging, and I love it because I get the itch to be like, I need to talk, I need to talk, I need to let somebody know across the world, what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking about. And sorry the angle because I'm charging right now. Anywho, so this is Urban Outlook, and I just kind of want to, identify why I named my YouTube, my vlog, Urban Outlook. Where I'm at up north, I'm directly in the inner city, which is, the cluster of neighborhoods, and I'm in the hood. That's urban. I'm black. I'm young. I'm a single mother, by choice. Not gonna, dismiss men, and throw them down because I am a single mother by choice. So it's just my opinion and my perception on things. So being in the inner city, you're exposed to a lot, and I'm pretty sure you're exposed to a lot everywhere. But this is where I'm at, so this is my story, this is my opinion, this is my footsteps that I'm taking, on. Excuse me. Upon my decision of being an entrepreneur, it was discouraging. Now I'm getting in a habit and up here that it's going to happen. My success is going to work. My goal is going to be met. But I feel like in the inner city, our resources, if any. So I know other locations and places around the world that are big and really huge on entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship. I'm not saying that we don't have resources, but resources are hidden. It seems like, the most people that's actually in the turmoil itself is almost like the hardest ones to find resources. Well, I feel like the resources should be thrown, directly at us so we can get up out of where we don't want to be, up out that turmoil, So with that being said, how many of the population's in the inner city? I'm going to let that resonate. Now, you're exposed to so much. Sometimes at will, sometimes it's against your will. But you're exposed so much to where it's almost like you do become a product of your environment. You can leave the hood, but you can't take the hood out of you. You might be able to curve it and correct it and be cautious of it, but it's always going to be inside of you. I testify. I am a walking testimony of that. I've had the 9-to-5 jobs. I've worked in corporate. I have a resume, a few miles long. But get me in that wrong situation, I'm coming back to my to my upbringing. I'm coming back to that urban black female that has to be ghetto or be ignorant or these things that at one point in time was looked at as it was okay. It was cool. It was the thing to do. This is what's up. This is what circles around me. This is my environment. You know what I mean? And then as you get older, it's like, some of you all start thinking about what you want to do, your assets, a foundation, settling down. But then sometimes some people just don't get it, and it's unfortunate, but they don't get it. Now, as you get older and you start to really focus in on what you want to do, but you're still in that same environment, and not everybody can change their environment, but when you are trying to seek better, the resources aren't always right here for you. Why the hell are the resources so hard for you to get in contact with or resource to get to or to touch on when you're just trying to better your life? If the inner city population, minority, poverty, whatever you want to call it, is let's say that's where the hardships at, that's where the struggles at, or that's where the chaos and the destruction and the crimes, the black on black violence, amongst other violence, okay, is at. Why are the resources so damn hard for us to turn our lives around? Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for us to be in this urban environment, in the inner city, exposed to drugs, crack cocaine, crackheads, killings, abuse, lack of, if we have so much without, why is it so hard for us to do better? Why aren't the resources thrown at us? You know what I mean? Because there's some people that want to do something. There's some people that want to do better. They might need to be in a resource, like a resource center, where it gives them ideas to get their mind start jogging as to what they would want to do, but they're swept underneath the rug. You have to go far and beyond and look for resources, so you can start bettering your life moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? Or you have to go, which a lot of us now think about school, and you have to go in debt $50,000 to get some of the resources to get to where you wanna either be or start experiencing or have some type of documentation to say, hey, I went to school for the last 4 years, so now do I qualify to, be a district manager? You know what I mean? Why is the resources so damn hard for us people, our people, my people, us black people, to get the hell up out the hood? I'm gonna let that too resonate. They say, I've heard something where they said, and I got history of grandparents still alive. I've mentioned that before. Black people are dumb. If you want to keep a black person dumb, put all the information in the book, because supposedly we don't read like that. Well, we can prove them wrong. So if you have that much resources in the book, then you all need to start reading. How about that? Don't feel like this is it. If you in the inner city, wherever you're at, don't feel like this is it. If you feel like you can do better and you want to do better and you have the urge to do better, then you continue to seek. If you have to ask a stranger a question, if you see somebody in a business suit and you want to know what their line of work is, you ask you ask that question. You know what I mean? You don't think to yourself like you can't do it. You can't get up out the hood. You can't get up out the situation you might be in. You can't get up out the inner city. You don't have a future. You don't have a life. You don't have nothing looking for you for prosperity. Don't think like that. You know what I mean? If you thinking like that is way too easy. It's way too easy for them. And them can be whoever. Whoever you think I'm thinking that them is, then so be it. In my mind, them, all those people, that is okay with you feeling how you're feeling. Them are those people that are okay where your situation's at. And them are those people that aren't trying to help you get to where you want to be or lend you a resource. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not all about going to school. And I'm not going to say that like I'm against school. I'm not going to say that. I don't know, if you're watching, don't take it that way. I'm definitely pro-education. What I'm saying is in school, they don't teach you that you can have a business without having a damn degree. You don't need a degree to be a business owner. You understand? It's like you coming up out the hood, say, you got a little background, you got a little quarry, you got, typical stuff, and then you're judged. Speaking of that background and being judged with a quarry, follow Fuck Corporate on Instagram. Just what I said, Fuck Corporate on Instagram. I definitely stand behind that because discrimination is definitely real. All right, so you got a quarry. All right. let's say you're 25, you get Corey's, up until you're probably 22. See, you don't understand, or let me say this, they don't understand the environment that we live in, the inner city that we live in, the bullshit that continues to be swarmed around us. You'd have a fucking Corey too. How about that? And I mean that. Oh, you have assault and batteries, and you have breaking and entering, and you have domestic violence. Well, if that's all we're surrounded around, or surrounded by, and that's all we see in the beginning stages of life to come to all we know, you'd have to beat somebody's ass too. Or nah. Okay? So don't judge me. And don't feel like, so to all my viewers, don't feel like, you then have to, like I said, pick up and go to a 2 to 4 year school to be in this level. Going to school is the resource, because they're not giving us resources at the library for the resources that we really need. They're not giving us that free class to excel, to inherit the skill that we need. They want us to go to school. And even after you go to school, it's not guaranteed that you're going into the damn field that you went to school for. You know why? Because there's places that discriminate. They discriminate because they want to take somebody with more experience than you just coming out of school and they happen to reteach you. Go figure. So what does that say? That say we're going to keep swarming in the same circular typhoon of bullshit. Now, read. A red glass of wine won't hurt anybody. But read. Educate yourself. Ask questions. I'm giving you me and just keeping it 100. This is my path, my opinion, my shoes, my problems, and my empowerment. Okay? So don't judge me. You have to really sit down and want to know what it is that, excuse me, you want to conquer. What it is. You find out what it is. You make a timeline. You find out what might be hindering you to get there. And then you execute. So if you have to ask questions, if you don't have that mother or that father or that person to go to, that's fine. It's unfortunate, but that's fine. Continue asking questions. Do not block your own blessings by keeping a closed mouth. What they say, a closed mouth don't get fed, right? So don't be your own hindrance at will. Don't do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can all get up out the society that we're in, the negative society that we're in. We can tell a friend to tell a friend. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let it be that, oh, we're dumb or we can't. No, it may be hard, but when isn't the color black used to the struggle? Okay? So don't let it be so easy for anyone to be like, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna make it. Why do you have that idea? You're not gonna execute it. Well, yeah. Let them be them, and you continuing on. Because I'm speaking to you knowing that I'm not settling for this shit. I'm not settling to live my life forever in the inner city. And I'm not mad at my inner city. I'm mad at for the ignorance that's accepted and that's allowed to go on in the inner city. And the fact that people are still sleeping that's not awoke in the inner city to really mastermind what the hell they're doing. I'm going to let that resonate. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to definitely go in depth a little bit more. Part 2. There's probably always going to be a part 2 to everything because I only have an allotted time to record. So with that being said, you all stay smart. Continue seeking. Okay? And email me. Subscribe. BostonMixtress@gmail.com. It's been real, everybody. And stay tuned.